Big Brother's bit on the side. As you should know by now, our Sunday shows are squeaky clean, super refined and mega civilised. You know, like Ashley kissing Lucas when she's got a cold sore. Anyway, for reasons best known to themselves, some viewers decided to fritter away this week's viewing time on their Olympics. Why? Why? It happens every 4 years. A Big Brother house of this vintage will only happen once. I am telling you that for free. Lucky for you, though, I am all heart. Here's a recap of the week just gone by.
Oh my God!
How would you like the chance to win Dina her letter?
Fuck off! What the fuck? Ow!
We're going to be plane spotting.
Huh? Plane spotting?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice crunch to the asparagus.
Bollock in my whole life.
This week, each housemate who received a nomination will face the public vote.
I really hope they get some of these evil tossers out.
I don't like it at all.
Who did you fancy?
Well, that
You're sitting taking the piss out of me. You are so insensitive.
Don't try and make out like I'm a fucking arsehole.
When did I say you're an arsehole?
When we're in bed, it does smell like onions.
Like onions?
Chocolate spread.
Oh my God.
Times 50.
Caroline!
What a week it has been. So let's get started. Here to talk us through all that insania are three Big Brother brain boxes. Our first guest likes nothing more than to make an ass of himself in front of an audience every night, basically. A bit like Luke S, to be honest. It's Donkey in Shrek the Musical, a.k.a. Richard Blackwood. Joining him is clinical psychologist Dr. Funke Before. Round of applause, please. How dare they? And finally, over the past 55 days, we've seen her hair and her bitching go from tame to totally feral. It's Evictee number 8. It's Caroline. I know, you're very welcome. But before I set them loose, Jamie wants to know your thoughts on what is probably the most important question of 2012. Jamie?
Yep, that's right, Alice. Usually we keep the chat in the phone room strictly BB, but tonight I want you guys to think of me as friendly, liberal and laid back, just like a Luke A pretends to be. We can talk about anything you want, like, is Jessie J this generation's Lulu? No. Essentially, not half as liked as she thinks she is. It's okay not to be okay, Jessie. Or your cold sores or whatever you want to do. Just get in touch. Details are on the screen now. Back to you, Alice.
Thank you very much, Jamie. This week's shopping task saw the housemates become party animals and the girls' slumber party caused quite a stink between Luke S and Ashley. Richard, would you have been annoyed if your girlfriend had said that you smelled of onions?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Tell me.
If I did smell of onions, I would appreciate that.
Sure.
Right? Because you don't want to smell it, because there's a lot of brothers that be thinking that they smell nice. And they, you know, they don't smell too good.
You just be like onions.
Yeah, exactly.
Me.
I mean, onions are a bit harsh.
Yeah,
that's
a bit school dinnery, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
Burger
called
I
personally went for curry.
Yeah, you see, curry is based off of what you eat, but
exactly,
onions means that you haven't brushed your teeth in a while.
Exactly,
So what did he smell of, Caroline?
Curry.
He smelled of curry.
He smelled like curry.
That's quite specific.
What, just generally his whole body?
Yes.
So now he'll smell of chocolate if it's what you eat.
He requested to wear Octavia the one piece all the time. So like, I had 10 requests a day, and I'd be like, oh, will it be returned smelling like curry?
That would be pretty awful. Dr. Funke, what did you make of the behaviour when Luke realised what she'd said? Like, what did you make of Ashley's behaviour?
Well, Ashley obviously became quite defensive. Reason being, you know, in the beginning, she wasn't quite sure if they knew what she actually said until Adam said he kind of gave a hint. Then she realised that she had been exposed. Now, the type of person Ashley is, she couldn't accept that she did something wrong, so she became defensive. Oh, and then she said, I don't care. By saying I don't care, it silenced the person, rather than admitting I did wrong. But, you know...
She just needed one little word. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Bit hard
So
for
wait,
Ashley.
she said I don't care to her boyfriend.
Yeah, she said I don't
That
care.
relationship's on the rocks.
I think a lot of people think that.
on the rocks.
You said last night, Caroline, that they're not going to last. So why did they get... You did, actually, yeah. It's a blur. Don't worry, it's all a blur. Why didn't they got together in the first place?
Oh God!
You're on TV right now. Think about it.
Okay, so I think they genuinely like each other, and I think they like having someone. I think they do get along, and they find each other physically attractive. I mean, Ashley she wasn't quite sure how competitive and how keen Luke S was about to become, and Luke S wasn't entirely aware of how confrontational Ashley was going to become and how like the smoking and the mess was going to annoy him. So they just weren't aware of it. It all happened too quickly.
It's all unfolded.
They liked each other at the beginning, but now they're finding each other. They're really grating on each other. They can't stop it. It's just so awkward.
Okay. In tonight's show, Ashley blamed Luke S for the booze that she got. What was that about, Dr. Funk? Denial.
Well, apart from the denial, the type of person Ashley is, she can't actually look within herself. So it's all about other people are responsible. So she put it onto Luke S. It's because of you I got the booze. It's because you highlighted that I did wrong or whatever I said with my girlfriends. But Ashley hasn't got a clue of really what is going on, what we can actually see. And those booze were not necessarily about Luke S. It's about how she's been portraying in the house.
Think about it, Ashley. Think about yourself, yeah? Well, after the slumber party, the couple continued to be a source of embarrassment to each other when they sat down with the rest of the house for a formal dinner party. Take a look at this.
Are we going to do it when we go to a nice restaurant? Are you going to be in character then?
Not going to lick our sauce with our finger off the plate.
Would you be in character? Is that what you're going to do? Be in character? What kind of character are you going to be?
No. But I wouldn't lick the plate with my finger.
What kind of character was you tonight?
Why not?
We were in a formal dinner. We had to act as if we were at a formal dinner party.
No, honey, we didn't have to act as anything.
We did, said in the rules.
No.
Caroline, you're laughing now and you seem to be egging Ashley on then. What was that about?
Oh my God, we spent the whole dinner party absolutely wetting ourselves. Lucas was being so weird. He was like, this asparagus has such a crunch to it.
But wasn't that part of the task? Wasn't he just playing the part?
No, it was bizarre. No one asked him to make these pretentious comments about the asparagus.
You had to act like you were at a formal dinner party, didn't you?
No, it was very odd. And then he was being so unbelievably cringy and like asking these weird questions and like, oh my God, it was the funny. It was literally so hilarious.
Richard, you're neutral. Whose side were you on?
I was just listening to you speak. I just love it. No, to be honest with you, I think that once again, you're not seeing what's happening. Yeah. She is what we class on the street as chiefing her boyfriend. She is disrespecting.
She's showing him up.
She's showing him up. Like, you know, like you're supposed to have his back, pull him to the side and say, listen, babes,
stop
you don't really talk
asparagus.
like that. And asparagus is not that deep. But she made sure that she did it in front of everybody because she's not really into him. I think you gave her too much props.
Richard wants to see some respect. Just be respectful, Ashley.
No, just treat him like he's your man. But he's not a man.
Well, Jake, we were just laughing.
Late last night, the rave saw Connor and Dina. We need to talk about that because they were brought together for 3.5 hours, which I think we all wanted to see in a confined space. Let's remind ourselves.
The one that separated from me was whenever we were doing remember the buzzer task, the laughter task?
Buzzer task.
The what?
The buzzer task.
Yeah.
Where we had the suits on.
And we were all getting buzzed.
Okay, yeah.
And you were all, ah! But it wasn't hurting me.
But I only screamed a few times when they did turn it up.
Right. And
like, I'm not going to scream for no reason, honestly.
Whenever, say, we're all standing around and then music comes on, you're like, whoa!
But that's, I love the music. Like, the music is the only thing that cheers me up.
I just love how concentrated Ashley was. Caroline, Connor was one of your best friends in there. Recently, he's cleared the air with some of his kind of established foes, Scott, Becky, Dina. Yeah. Is that all genuine?
Well, I've lived in a house with, you know, people I don't like. It's just easier to get along. I mean, when people were like being like, fake, you apologise and then you read it, it's so much easier to apologise, clear the air, and then fine, accidentally you trip into the trap of being bitchy and, you know, stuff like that again. But it's so much better just to live with people you like.
Smooth it over.
Yeah, it's not fake, it's genuine. He wants to befriend people.
OK, Dr. Funko, why does Dina need that kind of explanation from Connor about why they're not friends? She's constantly chasing it.
You know, if we look at Dina, I see her as being the queen of the house. I know a lot of people might not believe it, but she has a strategy. And the thing that, even though Connor said slightly why he found her annoying, it wasn't anything concrete. So for Dina's ego, it's like, well, tell me, why don't you like me? You haven't really told me why you don't like me. So if he's not confrontation towards her, she hasn't got an answer to the questions that she has in mind. And I think Dina just needs to be reassured, in a sense.
And she likes to fix things, doesn't she? If there's a problem,
very much. She wants to fix it. And she wants to be liked.
Yeah.
And she is, you know, she is a nice person.
OK, well, we also need to talk about the shopping list, of course. Yes, that is still the reigning terror of the house.
What was wrong with that?
Adam and Luke reacted quite aggressively, whereas our alphas, Connor and Lucas, seemed quite calm in comparison. What was that about, Dr. Funke?
I mean, the chocolate gate is one that I will never forget. I mean, Caroline, I mean, it caused a lot of storm. But we say they acted aggressively. I think they held themselves back a bit because that could have been a massive confrontation. And
I would have covered her in melted chocolate. I'd have been livid.
But I think the reason why, you know, people say, why do they act aggressively? She took away everything they wanted, the food. Luke A likes to cook. Adam and Luke like to smoke. So the two fundamental things were taken away from them. So obviously left them feeling kind of, well, what do they do next?
Yeah. Caroline, why on earth were you picked to do that shopping list?
No, I volunteered. I was like, I want to do it, I want to do it, I can read my writing, I'm going to go in. And then despite Adam being like, please, just remember the cigarettes, please, Caroline, come on, Caroline, just remember the cigarettes. I was like, no, see you later.
Is that because the plan wasn't... You'd planned it for a while, so
I knew I was leaving. I was a million percent sure I was leaving. And realistically, my dream would be to spend 24 hours with an unlimited amount of chocolate. Fine. I thought
not everyone's dream, though, as it turned out.
Yeah, it was a joke.
Now, I could speak forever, but I know what you guys are thinking. You've heard the views of this talking donkey, the funkiest doctor in the world, and a shopping list saboteur. But when is it your turn? Well, it's actually right now. Get in touch on Twitter or through our website. After the break, we'll be trawling through the minds of our housemates, and Jamie will be revealing some exclusive house action. See you in a bit. Welcome back to Big Brother's Bit on the Side. Like Lucas, we get light boos from the crowd on eviction night, but who cares? We're on 5-star. Time to take an extended look at the housemates' diary room chats.
What experience has been there today?
Adam's completely self-obsessed. Like he's just got a straight game plan. He's got such a game plan going on, and it's just like, what the actual heck? And so basically, I'm going to start smoking. I'm going to smoke about 40 a day, but I'm only going to sit in the smoking shelter. And then when I get too hot, I'm going to come inside, lie on the settees and fall asleep. But I don't want to talk to any housemates, and I literally think I'm going to win. I just want to embody the character of Adam and Luke, and I'm just, honestly, I'm just going to, it's going to be so good.
I'm very angry because now I look like a frog because I lent my makeup to Ashley and she has warts on her lip and now I have caught it. Herpes. And she still asked to lend my lipstick. Why did she do that? If she knows that she gets these things on her lips, why did she use my lipstick? I don't understand. It's not funny. I look like a frog.
You look like a platypus.
What are the rules regarding wake up?
When the alarm goes off, wake up and sit up in bed, sorry. I sort of sat up and then rested my eyes.
What are you going to do when you leave the diary room?
I'm going to go to the lavatory, then I'm going to walk to the kitchen and make tea, and then I'm going to sit on the sofa and drink it.
That sounds splendid.
That is splendid. So yes, I'll have a jolly good time doing that.
Happy Sunday. You're free to leave the diary room.
Thank you very much.
That is a strong outfit. So it's time to get up close and personal inside the minds of our housemates. And thankfully, Dr. Funke is still in our VIP area. She's going to help us. Last night, Becky said the house had become just like turf wars all over again. What's going on with the insiders and the outsiders, Dr. Funke?
Basically, there's a clear divide. I mean, we've always talked about the insiders and the outsiders, but it's important to know about what are the outsiders. I think Dina is the most powerful person in the house at the moment. I know I said Luke A before, but Dina has taken her reign.
Change your mind.
Thank you very much, Alice. And the reason being is that she's renamed the group. They're called the Soldiers. We're at war, and she gives them these positive inspirations to keep going and keep fighting. Now, because of the eviction of Caroline on Friday, the person that we need to look out for is Scott, because he has to make up his mind. Zara has already moved to the insiders because she realises they're more popular.
To the outsiders.
To the outsiders, sorry, to the outsiders. So Scott, he doesn't really quite fit in with the insiders.
He's a drifter.
And he doesn't quite fit in with the outsiders, but he can't sit on the fence anymore. So it's going to be a really crucial week for him this week.
Especially not in that fur cloak.
Yes.
Richard, which group would you be in?
Which one would I... You see, I'm sorry. I'd be on the outsiders.
What?
I would. I'm
Why would
sorry.
you say that?
No, I appreciate you. I told you this. But I
You guys have been bonding. I can't believe this has happened.
No, we have, because I just love what... You got to see the slippers.
I mean, the shoes themselves are a star.
She's not playing.
So you'd be outsiders
I
all
do
the way.
appreciate it. But no, you know the reason why is because, remember, I'm older. And certain things that, like if she had bought the chocolate, right, and I was in there, and I'm a person like...
You would have found it hilarious.
I wouldn't, babes.
Richard Blackwood would have freaked.
You're mad. I would have combed her hair. You're mad. I would have... You're mad.